I should be live. Let's see. Yeah, that seems to work. There. Let me ping el Discord. I'm so glad I muted the desktop audio, so I have two tabs of Discord open, and I just got DMs before turning on streamer mode, and the notice like played twice. Yeah, for these streams I don't need desktop audio, so I can just keep it muted. So it doesn't come through. Anyway, yes, ping in the Discord. Yep. Anyway, we'll get started. And I did a bunch of stuff off stream, some off stream mining, if you will. I mean, some of these are small commits, right? Some of these are a bit bigger, I guess. But we'll go through them in this like diff. So mesh stuff, I just moved. I don't know why it's saying these are deleted. It didn't like Git didn't detect that I just moved them. But you know, fair enough. But so I had a problem where I had everything in this one giant struct. Oh. So let's see. Where's my one giant struct, which should be really easy to find? Here we go. So I had everything here in this imp blocks thing. I started pulling everything out so that this is just an interface, right? Like this is still a bit more, but I mean, I guess this is all like needed, right? This is like Godot stuff, like the material and whatnot. But I'm, you know, like set block. It used to have like this logic in there, but you know, I just pulled it out. So I can call this from anywhere, right? As long as these things are passed to the set block function, then it can just do the thing, right? And if you have everything in like one giant struct like this, it's just harder to borrow without having borrow conflicts. But yeah, that's that. Uh, yeah. Yeah, now physics also needs the like chunks to rebuild. Like list of chunks to rebuild because we might do a raycast and the player might want to place down a block. Or we just do it in physics currently. Like there's no reason not to. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, some adjustment to raycasting. You know, I upped the frequency, like how many checks within a block from 4 to 32 so that I don't miss them. And you know, doesn't really affect the performance that much, and even if it did, it's like, you know, who cares? This is debug stuff. It's gonna get changed anyway. Yeah. Yep. Oh, actually, I didn't realize how little I changed on the like Rust side. That's all. Let's go to flycam. At some point, I'm gonna have to like pull stuff out of flycam because right now it's evolving to be like the player controller plus the thing that like interacts with the Rust side. I mean, I guess some of it is in testworld.gd, which is also not good. It's like an unholy abomination of mess. But I'm not really worried about what the GD script side will look like. I guess you need some dumb script to register all the textures and the material and the meshes. And it just needs to run, right? That's all. it doesn't really matter from where. It needs to run at startup. Probably it'll be put into a auto load, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I need something that just calls physics tick, you know, every physics frame. Wow. But even this might get changed with networking. Because then the physics will have to like take into account network input and whatever. But yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, I meant to open this. Let's see. Yeah, change the place block thing. It's placing a block every 60th of a second is a bit too much. I remove this temporary class. I guess I should go over these resources first. So, well, this we'll get to later, but there's this really simple resource. This is actually, most of this is copied from build sprint 1, which is the pure GDScript version. And, well, I mean, more specifically, like, all of this is copied straight, except I changed the order of these. This I changed from being a integer, the control it flags, to be just booleans. And this array type was changed. And then I think this all is the same, but I just added this get textures, kind of similar to this. Just so it's a bit easier to work with. And yeah, and the type of these colliders is just this, you have a position and size. I also realized that my stuff is a bit fucked. Like if we look at the colliders, its starting position is at, negative 1024, and the size is 1024. So it means like the positive, so the origin is at plus 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 on the blocks, on the block colliders. Like that's one of the edges. And the other is at negative 1024. Which isn't that fucked up, but I would like it to be the other way around, honestly. Where we go positive from the origin instead of negative from the origin. It's at least I think that's what's happening here. Well, who cares? It works. If I'm gonna change it, I can change it after. Doesn't matter that much. Anyway. Oh yeah, and I did add like a few. There's a slab, size is smaller. Actually, now that I think of it, it might be better that the origin is. No, no, no. Okay, this is what I thought yesterday already. It's like the direction is good, but the origin position is still fucked, I think. Actually, no, isn't what I'm thinking it is. Hold up. Position there. Oh yeah, okay. It's still fucked, and this makes sense. Yeah. I just had to quickly try and imagine like what the 3D stuff looks like in my head. It's hard to explain. Yeah. Is this, well, okay, I can explain it. This is still going towards 0, but it's not going as much, and we are still starting from the negative corner. It certainly does work. Let's go back to diff. So we have that. We have a constant list, and this is going to be something that never changes, at least if I want backwards compatibility, right? Because what's going to happen is we're going to have some IDs stored in the saves. So we're going to have, like putting stuff on disk and loading it from disk. We're going to have these IDs in the save, and then they're going to correspond to entries on this list, right? So we should not change these basically ever. Like if you want to change a model or texture, then yeah, you can update it. You can change what this points to. But if I like swap black and white with each other, then yeah, well, the textures will be swapped. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything that would quote unquote fix this. It seems like a pretty decent limitation to have. But yeah, and here we know we just iterate through the models. And we use the get meshes function, which we want over here. So it gives me all of these, and I don't have to like manually get all these or try to like manipulate a string and be like get property meshed up on. Just get the array. And you get the array, and then if the mesh doesn't have any surfaces, then we have to just append empty arrays, because the Rust side is expecting a certain amount of arrays. And I do actually have to specify the types here as well. It's a bit annoying, but whatever. Guarantees, like, well, guarantees, it allows me to write simpler Rust code, right? Like, I don't have to worry about types right here. I can just put them in. Like that. And even here, like, putting the colliders, which are not like here I have vector 3 eyes, and on the Rust side I just have an array of 3 I32s. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty easy, right? Like I just iterate like this, and bada bing bada boom. And the types are guaranteed again. And the only crashing stuff is if these lengths are not correct. But I can't really tell the function signature that these arrays should be of a certain length. Also, I really don't like the fact that this goes to 2 lines. Yeah. Seems better. Bum, 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 bum. Diff, diff, diff. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. And yeah, even though, like, as is on the Rust side, the colliders are just an array of vector 3 eyes. And when we go through the boxes here, we just, append the position and size in the correct order. Which means that these, like this array could just be an array of vector 3 eyes. But it's like, why would I do that? This is a bit easier to visually, like, edit. And it's like, if I delete one box, I can be sure I didn't, like, make one box size on the one's position and so on, like, fuck up the alignment. So, that's good. And then I started on the texture stuff. I don't know if I copied this or not from BS1, but it's really simple. It might have been copied from the previous version of the same script, like on BS3. But yeah, but I do know this is copied, like the scene textures thing and figuring out the IDs. This is copied. So we have a dictionary of textures, and if we haven't seen a texture before, then we assign it an ID. And then at this point, after this, we have seen the texture because we just noted it if we hadn't before seen it. And if we had before seen it, then we just skip this part. And then we, into this array, append the ID of the texture. Wow. And I just realized this is the spot where I need to register textures to the Rust side. Like that is That is a good moment to do it. Prejudice. Alright. Yep. Bum 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 bum. Here. Actually, I might have to do it later. So I don't think I know the UV coordinates yet at that point. Because I need to know how many textures there are. Like the atlas gets generated here. Okay, yeah. Okay. Here. And I guess we'll scroll through this as well. Yeah. So here we go through our scene textures. This check is a bit redundant, but whatever. And this could just say texture 2D, I think. I don't know why it's so specific about it being a compressed texture 2D. And, it's also a bit redundant with this check, but whatever. We get the texture. Well, I guess there's some, like, compressed texture 2D specific stuff. And if all the stuff on disk is compressed texture, then, whatever. It works. That's all I care about. So we get the image, decompress it, convert it to RGB8. I don't even remember this stuff. I'm just reading the code out loud. Yeah, resize. It all makes sense. It's all very, very simple, I guess. At least it makes sense. Get the texture ID, and then bada bing, bada boom. Do we use J anywhere? Oh, okay, we do. Okay, yeah. Yep. We used the index in the DV map. Yep. And this is integer division. So this like discards the fractional part. So yeah, this works. And yeah, I was also like testing stuff and saving the atlas. Actually, I probably have. Yeah. So I included some sample textures. And it's just I just had 4 textures and here they are. Well, as I include more textures, the atlas will just have them automatically, and I never have to worry about aligning these. I've never had to do that, and I would hate to have to do that. So I'll just build it by code. I think that's like the only way that makes sense. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I added a crosshair to the game. So, we can actually see. Granted, we can kind of see worse because the blocks are now just white instead of Godot, but bear with me, right? We're gonna get there. We are going to get there. Yeah. It's also funny how this looks like it's transparent. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't see anything. I am no clipping, so I can't place blocks. That's a silly limitation that I should get rid of. Oh, the block placement is not quite synced to the cursor. Actually, this was transparent. I was wrong. Because this looks like it's transparent. And that looks the exact same, but it's actually transparent. Well, anyway. Why is the... I don't know, or then it was just weird. Yeah, okay. I think I was just having a skill issue placing blocks here, and it's actually is synced to the cursor. That's fair. Oh yeah, now we can see the updated atlas because I removed the other textures from the atlas. So it's just a 2x2 thing. And yeah, the atlas will always be a square. There's gonna be some wasted space, but who cares? But that's that on the recap. We can get to the actual code stuff. Oh. At least I think that was everything. Yeah, because raycasting works, that works. I just need the UVs to actually work. That is the next thing. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Hi, hi, hi. So we need a function for registering textures. And, well, we already have a function for registering the material, right? Yeah. And it's really simple. We just tell it, hey, here's the material. Next thing. I guess instead of registering individual textures, I could register all textures at once. So, we could just add to this function. So how will we have... What data form do we have for this? We just have a list of UVs. I don't know. Or do we just guess the UVs? Do we even need to tell Rust? Does Rust just have enough information to figure it out on its own? That's a good question. If you look at the J here, which is the that's the ID. This could be a problem in the future, but we don't care about that. Yeah. So, I was just thinking. So one thought that I had. Okay, so how is Godot gonna tell Rust what texture it even wants to put anywhere, right? And that's gonna be handled. Where's the clock? Here we go. So, here's the material and the model IDs. So this material number is actually not going to be this texture ID directly. It's going to be an ID to a quote-unquote material. The material actually has the IDs to everything that should be loaded, right? Because if I have a grass block, I want, grass side texture on multiple sides. And then I want to have, grass topping. Grass bottom would be the same as dirt, right? So I'm gonna need some stuff like that. But I think we could just cheat to begin with and assume that material IDs and texture IDs perfectly match up and blocks have the same texture on all sides. And just roll with that for now. It's gonna be a bit scuffed, but it's gonna allow me to get all the UV scales and offsets and whatnot correct. And then, adding this, if I struggle adding this, then I don't know. I deserve it, I guess. Alright. Where do we rebuild? Oh, yeah, right here. Well, this is actually not the correct location. Yeah, here. Here's the actual position of where we do things. Yep. I was just surprised how hard of a time I had. Like, thank you. I definitely wanted to do that. Surprised how hard of a time I had, like, parsing through this to see what I'm doing. Maybe that's not a good sign. Yeah, anyway. We indeed rebuild the drunk mesh here. Chunk, model collection. Yep. Or do we get the model? We have the model. I guess invalid texture IDs for now. Well, I mean, invalid model IDs, which are going to be texture IDs for now, are just going to result in UVs that try to map stuff outside of the atlas, which is fine. And in the future, invalid indexes or out of bound indexes are going to result in us trying to look for a like quote unquote material that doesn't exist. So I'm going to have to check for that. Yeah. For now, it's just simple math. Well, simple math that I'm going to struggle with anyway. UVs. Alright, so we need to change this. Let's cheat. Let's cheat. Why think when I can cheat? Go here. Copy from here. Let's go. So, programming tip. Program for a long period of time and have lots of dead projects that you can just copy from. You know, and make the same project multiple times. So when you remake it one final time, you have a good code base this is doing stuff from, right? Because you did all the hard work before. Well, not all the hard work, but some of the hard work, right? It makes it easier. UVs. What do you mean? Who are you? Oh, this is a bit... I don't need this. I don't need this. The UVs aren't going to be in the texture itself. I don't have to generate my own like this. Like, this is for generating a UV map for a block, not a chunk. Why am I looking at that? Anyway. Transform UVs. This sounds better. Oh, it's so short, dude. I actually got a... I want to say dopamine hit, even though, you know, I don't understand brain chemistry and whatever, and if dopamine actually is the correct chemical. But anyway, I got a good dopamine hit from just looking at this. It's so short. Meaning that it's not gonna take long to copy. I'm gonna get easy off the hook this time. Let's go. Also, I'm gonna go to the chat for a bit because I full screened this code on my other monitor. Alright. Yeah, and this assumes we have some UVs that make sense on the block, I guess. That's fine. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna think about this while this code is here. 9. Why 9? Does this make any sense? Or was this from the like atlas size? What is the atlas size here? Oh, can I? Okay. Yeah, atlas is hard when it was displacing blocks. Hard. What? Why can't I see it? Well, let's let this. Oh, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have been a lazy person. 7, 8, 9. This is 9 by 9. And okay, it's nice. So in this project would have eventually just broken. And I would have had a fun time. Is the atlas size can change if I add more textures or if I remove textures? And here I'm just using the atlas size raw instead of figuring out what it is or remembering what it is. That's funny. That's funny. So I guess the Rust side needs to know the atlas size. I can modify the register material function really easily with that. This is gonna be I can just make it a U16. No negative numbers, please. We're gonna have a thing on the thing. Struct blocks. U16. I should do more of searching for stuff instead of trying to scroll and find stuff. You know, considering this is already nearing 1,000 lines of code. Oh, why am I looking at the wrong thing? That's kind of funny. No! It's typing. Oh, okay. 284. 284. Comment this out for now. What? Okay, 910. Actually, do I want this to be 0? Ah, it can be 0. I don't care. Dividing by 0, more like checking if this is 0, and then not proceeding if it is and something else. Or then I just don't care and I can trash. That's also fun. Right. No, I'm not gonna do that. I thought about making a check for it, but I can just crash. That's fine. If you forget to set the atlas size, especially when it's required when you set the mesh, that's on you. Who's calling the function? Atlas size. Let's go. Now we know the size of the atlas. This is already better than BS1. Well, yeah, I just need to copy these things, I guess. That's fun. Back to Rust code. There we go. I might be able to just do a simple mapping action, I guess. Let's see. I mean, UVs are back. I guess I want to image.uvs. What are these? Mesh vec. UVs is also a vector. Okay. Let's vector twos. That's fine. Let me move my text cursor so I go where I am. Alright. So these are Godot types. It's fine. I've been allergic to using Godot types directly out of fear of performance issues, but I don't think it's actually a real thing. And I might have made the code more complicated than it has to be, but at least it doesn't rely on Godot as much, which means that it's easier to port to another engine if I want to. So, I have this code here. Then I have this code here. I'm like, brain, please. Okay. Let's just do this. Hold on. Let me look at the documentation for back. So I see that this is appending an iterator, I guess. I thought you could only... Oh no, because push is this and append... Okay, yeah, anyway. Like appending is literally... Well, I mean, yeah, you could append individual elements and like it's wording, different word for different thing. I guess I want to append here. Append. Then what I can do, I think I'll just write like a for loop esque thing instead of like a map thing. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. What do we do? First of all, we're gonna have the row. And the texture index is just gonna be our lovely little Pabo, where do we hit the block? Do we not tell this function what the block is? We have the mesh. We have the position offset, we have the index offset, we have vertices, indices, UVs, normals. Okay, we actually also need to tell texture ID. Yeah. I hope this is called this, so I don't have to figure it out. This is gonna give me an error. Fine. At least I can comment out stuff precisely. Fucking doing surgery on the code. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Nice, thank you. It just works. Alright. So this is going to be extra ID divided by atlas size, which we are also not telling. I need to pipe that in as well. Atlas size U16. I'll modify the functions to actually carry that over soon. That's fine. And I don't need to construct a vector too, but whatever. UV in mesh.uvs. And then what do we do? I mean, I don't need to do it like this. Because here I would be making a vec and then appending the vec to this. Yeah, I don't need to do it like that. That's an interesting way of doing it, but I don't need to do it in an interesting way. I just have to do it in a way that works. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. So we have that. So now I have the UVs. And what was the variable name? Please tell me. UVs. Okay. I mean, I also see it there. Anyway. Push. I guess UV plus offset. And that's it. What am I doing here? So this is the horizontal facing value? What the hell? What? Am I rotating it? Okay, doing this twice would negate it. What the hell? Oh no, because this is uv.y. Okay, so this is some rotation shenanigans, right? Okay, now I see, I thought this was uv.x and this is just like cycling uv.y. Okay, we don't care about the rotation though. That's fair. Whatever, I'm gonna call it that. Oh. Oh, okay. What are the errors now? Wrong argument size, or wrong number of arguments, anything else? Okay. This needs to be dereferenced. Where do we have... Well, 801. Dereference. Anything else? Then it's literally just, please tell this function the atlas size that it so desperately asks for. Yep. And we go to 211. Nice. I don't believe that will work. It technically should, but I don't believe it. Actually, do I even have a way of checking this? That's funny. Also, I should... Did I build? I did build. Okay. Where do we place blocks? Oh, we actually do it on the Rust side. True. Oh, but I can just make the test cube. This is model, this is material. There's gonna be some invalid materials, who cares? Oh, that was actually the model. Is there some slabs and missing stuff here? Interesting. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, well, tells me here which arguments which... it doesn't work. Why is that? Well, okay. I should do a little life hack here, where... I don't know if this is even being... like, properly rendered. I'm gonna make this gray instead of white. Still white. Plus your white. Why? And this works properly. The atlas material has this, but that's fine because it gets changed at runtime. Let's look at the remote tree. Odds here. Okay. Wow. This just shows me the incorrect thing. Okay. I don't know what I started to type. Is this being dropped out of scope or something? That's my question. That would be quite funny. Okay, it's not. I don't think so. Why are we only seeing white? Excuse me. The UVs are different. Look at these. Yeah, texturing done. Wow, let's just render the UV coordinates directly. Obvious solution. Let's just for the fun of it do some more. Do some more here. 0 to 30. How about that? Oh, yeah, there's some more texture. Anyway, we really have two valid textures. Is the first one really 0 though? That's my question. Let's do 0 to 1. See where we. First one should be 0. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. That it would be 0. Please. Okay, thank you. Yeah, here are the UVs. And then go here, and then it's just white. Let's try this, I guess. It's gonna look different. Oh, I lied. It doesn't look any different. What? Why? Why? Why is it just white? What am I missing? It's actually something that I was missing. Oh, I didn't mean to adjust my volume. Anyway. Like, I have the atlas, I have the UV maps, I have the material. Okay, let's not do this. So this is working, kind of. Where's the image, the thing that gets dropped out of scope? Does that make any sense? I guess it could. Anyway, where's lol? And then a lol equals atlas image. Let's go. Oh, it's actually an image. Oh, it's an image. It's an image, not a texture to it. Anyway. So guys, remember to make a texture out of your images. Okay. Image texture. Lol. Lol 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 lol. Lol 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 lol. Lol lol lol. It works. Let's go. It's all gray, but why? I said it. This is one thing, right? Still just gray. What's going on? Oh, the UVs are fucked? Let's go. At least it's not just white. I'm gonna change it back to be white. So white should be white. So we went from white incorrect to white correct. Is it Is it exactly right? These are some nice stripes, you know? It's very aesthetic. New logo, perhaps? Let's go. Oh, that's funny. Let's go. We saved this. That's great. Why is it different on different sides? I don't get it. Are the block UVs fucked? Is that what it is? And actually, do you need to generate my own UVs? No, Blender, where are you? Blender. There we go. Do I even have like blend files for these? I don't think so. Oh, okay. Blocks, meshes, cube. And these are separate. That's fine. OBJ. Let's take the top. How do I view your UVs? Interesting. Is everything else the same? OBJ. Where are OBJ? There are OBJ. Take left this side. Yeah, we see we're building the cube. Are we not? Okay. They are at different points. That shouldn't be the case. What notification? Printer? More like... No. So the UVs are screwed up. That's fun. That's fun. I guess if at some point I'm gonna want to have like proper UV maps, like if some block wants to do something else than, you know, the default, or it just goes from here to here, then I'm gonna have to do proper UV maps. And proper UV map support, I mean. But I think I'm just gonna copy again from BS1. I'll just copy. Yep. We will generate the UV map. Oh, it's so ugly. No. I guess that's fine. Go here. How do we drive this? We give it all the arrays. Okay. And then we say that UVs are that. Okay, fair enough. Alright. UVs. So append. Generate UV maps. Arrays. Let's go. Should be less fucked, hopefully. No. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Oh, does this take indices into account? Please do. Please do. Well, I can just scroll here. Yes! Okay, good. Please? That's different. Okay, now it uses the entire UV map. So now the UVs on the blocks itself are correct, but the this is also wonderful. I do want the screenshot of this. Oh, that okay. It's not perfect, but whatever. That's great. I'm gonna actually relaunch this so the top side is clear. I can take a screenshot of that. That's wonderful. That's the UV. I mean, this is surely what you want, right? It's the full texture atlas on every single block. You can just pick and choose as you play which textures you want to see, like in your mind. Do that. So easy. How does it look like inside? I want to go. No, this isn't large enough for the full dot experience. Alright, we need to do this. 300? Yes. It's not gonna take that long. I may have miscalculated. Yeah, but actually, it shouldn't take that long. At all? Okay, so we took like 18 seconds to place down the blocks, and now we're rebuilding the meshes. It's just gonna take like the same amount of time, maybe? Ooh, we're getting some frame drops as well. Yep, it's probably because of all these internal phases. I should optimize this way. Yeah. I need to modify the trunk rebuilding. Well, right now it's single-threaded, so it's actually pretty easy to do this. Wow. Look at that. I'm gonna have a cube of size 300 in like the maps that I'm thinking of. No. This is gonna be fine for now. Like this runs fine. This is already pretty big. Size 300, it's like, I don't know if we're gonna have that. And if we are, that's when we'll optimize. Let's see. What do we do now? We want to correct the UVs. Let's cheat once again. So we do that here. Do we modify the UVs? Alright, I'm gonna need to drink some water. My throat needs moisture. As I thought, and okay. I need to find the equivalent of this function in here. Oh yeah, I do divide by the thing here. Okay. Lost the missing piece. But this is maybe gonna tell me that this operation is not supported. Oh, that operation definitely isn't supported. Yeah. Alright. And now we hope that this works. Jope is high. Yes. Nice. Do this immediately. That reminds me of Game of Life. Instantly. This pattern. This says that to me. Should I try to make Game of Life with this? I could, but I don't know if I will. 3D Game of Life, let's go. No. I could make it on the Godot side, I could make it on the Rust side. Or then let's get the textures working properly and, you know, progress the project instead of getting distracted. That's also an option. One more screenshot though. Wow, nice. Anyway, that's my main objective for the day, completed. We have texture UVs working. It is not exactly what I want it to be. Since since we can't have different textures on different sides. Every cube will have only the same texture on each side. Let's see. Also, I had a genius idea the other day, right? So I thought, instead of stopping stream the first time that I start to get tired, which is like basically now, it's like I could maybe keep going and like implement having different textures on different sides. But you know, basically it's just I want to take a break. Hey, good morning. But instead of ending the stream to take a break, I think I'm just gonna like put up some text on the screen. But yeah, you basically just arrived as I'm like starting to take a break. But hey, I can actually show you what I'm up to before I leave, right, for the break. It's gonna be like 15 minutes, I think. Um, but hey, we have these. We have different textures on different blocks. Wow, amazing. Right. Um, and the next thing to do is to have some code to support having different textures on different sides of the blocks, you know? Because right now, every block has to have the same texture on each side. So yeah. Actually, I should commit. I don't need this. That's fine. That's fine. Yep. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Like, this project is a lot of fun. I can't lie. And a part of it is that I have a corpse to steal from. You know? Old version of the project. And I can just open it up. It's like, yep, I need this. Yoink. Yeah. That's all from there. I don't need these changes. All these changes here. Yep. Um. Uh, yep. 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 And also, this is a bit stinky. Like I generated UV maps instead of using the model data because the model data is incorrect. I have to go through every single mesh and make the UVs not suck, essentially. And after that, I can get rid of this UV map generation code, and I can just use those UVs directly. So, you gotta do what you gotta do. I have no idea what you mean by quadratic function, not gonna lie. That can be gone. I'll put this here. This here. Do I have a good timer? And I have a stopwatch here. Or maybe I code a timer real fast. That sounds like fun. New scene. Also, my scroll wheel on my mouse has been a bit annoying. Yeah. So I scroll in one direction and then it just decides, oh no, that input? Fuck you. And I was just thinking, so every time you see an error, it basically means that the scroll wheel did an oopsie where all I did was scroll down, right? And then it just registered an up event. Like, why? But I was trying to figure out if there's like some timing stuff that I could do to like filter the incorrect inputs. But most likely I'm just gonna like I already contacted customer support. They were like, "Oh, try these fixes." They worked for a bit, but it like keeps getting I mean, I would say it keeps getting worse, but really, this is like a certain level of annoying that it gets to, and it stays there. I can fix it for a bit, but then it gets back to that level again. And it's just like, bro. Range. Here we have range. I was thinking of making like a nicer progress bar, but this will do. For it out. Oh. I don't have folders for these. Alright. I really just put it directly in here. Oh, anyway. That's fine. I can make this really simply by using objects. Let's go. Wait time 15 times 60, 900. Let's go. Photo start. I guess I could make this just go every second and then undo the thing here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna photo start this. It's also gonna, no, it's not gonna be a one shot. On timeout, we go here. -1, and then wait, what is the name of the max value? Okay. Does it do anything now? Yay, it goes. Alright, let me try to make this a bit shorter to see if it actually goes fast. Yeah, nice. Right, I have a thing, and then I can just add some text. Label. And we can make this larger. What does this look like? Hey! No, I want this to be centered. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. That's fine. I should make this the reverse. I really want this to be the reverse. Alright, there we go. That's the break timer. So, if anyone does the Discord command in these 15 minutes when I'm gone, then they're gonna be disappointed. It's actually a manual thing. You know, I'm gonna do a meme. How long have I had my microphone muted? No. 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 Oh, okay, it's this. At least it's not muted there. That's so embarrassing. I had my mic muted for so long. Anyway, well, yeah, I'm gonna be back in 15 minutes approximately. I'm gonna take a break. I really do need it apparently. Alright, I'm back now, but I'm gonna be eating. And I'm gonna check the VOD for how long I had my microphone muted for. I never thought that I would make this mistake. Actually, I thought like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't. Not for long, apparently. Alright. It wasn't even noticeable. That's great. That's great. It was muted for, but only for a really short period of time. I might have even clicked it and then looked at it and be like, yo, this is muted. Anyway, I'm gonna mute my mic and yeah, pro streamer. I'm gonna mute my mic and eat. I'll probably be back when the bar reaches 100% or a little before that. But now that I think about it, I'm gonna make this a window capture so I can watch YouTube on this monitor. So yeah, anyway, let's do that. Let's see, window capture. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Oh, leaking the Discord invite link. Let's go. Which, you know, I already posted in chat. This is the wrong one. Bro. Player 5 debug. Can I find this? There we go. And then I can do this. I want this to be under the chat, I guess. This is so scuffed. Whatever. Alright, BRB. I just noticed the timer is already at 100%. Inaccurate. Let me fix that. Um. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart the timer. I'm not gonna change the time. It's not gonna be 15 minutes. I'm just gonna finish eating. Yeah. Anyway. I just noticed that after relaunching the timer, doesn't work. I don't know how it works. There. I'm gonna finish eating and then I'm gonna be back. Good morning, Creeper. Look, I'm so early. I definitely didn't restart the timer once. There we go. There we go. I can close this. So this is the first time that I've taken like a midstream break. Let's see if it works. I was a bit scuffed because I didn't have a timer already that I wanted to use, and I had to make it. Nice. Nice. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you. And we have different textures and blocks now. Very, very great. Very cool. Just like Grandma used to make them. We're gonna need to... No, it's random. It's funny that you think QR code, the thing that popped in my head immediately was Game of Life. And no, I'm not gonna make Game of Life. I thought about it. Okay. What do we actually need? We need a concept of a material on the Rust side. You're saying that as if there's gonna be command blocks, which I don't know about. You know? That's far further into the future. I mean, to be fair, it would be really cool to have some, like, scriptable objects in the world, right? Now, like, if I try to make a single player experience, for example, and I have, like, you know, a map, and I have some elements that I want to control, then yeah, it would be cool to be able to do that, all of that in game, right? Like if you make a Minecraft custom map, like I really like the fact that you had command blocks. Like these days you have like data packs. That's fine. But I also kind of really do like it when stuff is bound to the 3D space, right? It doesn't have to be stuff that's visible to the player. It could just be like a quote unquote layer of things, you know, that you kind of have when you're like in operator mode, quote unquote. But I really like it when it's like tied to the 3D world. It yes, me like. Anyway. Yes, concept of a material. That's true. So this is gonna be U16s, I guess. And it's gonna be 6 of them. No, 7 of them. Or is it gonna be anything else? Probably not for now. Yeah. And in the past, I did a mistake where I was like, oh, the struct is only this thing. Let me just put the array directly in there instead of making a struct. And then if you want to add anything here, yep, good luck with the array. Make a struct. XD. Yeah, okay, so the blocks struct is gonna need a thing for this. So this colliding names a bit because the material is like the literal shader material that we have here. You know? But I can't think of a better name for like what describes which faces are on which side of the block than a material, right? Like that just makes sense to me. Yeah, it's gonna be U16 and then a material. Well, it's not fine, apparently. No, I'm gonna need a different name. Uh. Oh. I can. Hmm. Hey, that's great. I don't want to. Like, if I want to click something here, right? I don't want to move my mouse here, wait for the toolbar, and then click it. I want to just click it. And also, I have my like clock here and whatever. Like, I like this, right? That's why I like it. Oh, tractor going by. I wonder if the mic picks it up. All 60. I'm fine sacrificing these pixels. And, you know, some people like have their thing here. Not me. Or is this the true move? Oh no. Okay, back there. Um, you know, I like having my date here, clock here. Everything's good, right? This is exactly the way I like it. Yes, we need materials. Alright. And now rebuild chunk mesh. Let's go out of space. Also give you self-taught materials. And then we go here and we actually use materials. Yep. Mm-mm. Oh, we actually have to use this. Well, that's fine. The mesh here. Sort of a texture ID. We're gonna have material. Not gonna use that anymore. Atlas size still needs to be a thing that we pass in. That's fine. I guess we need to know which face this is. Append mesh. What do we... We already know what faces it is here. I guess we actually do pass in the texture ID directly, to be fair. So we can do a little bit of work here. I'm just gonna duplicate. Who cares? Or do we care? Hmm. Let's order this here. Do I get the material anywhere? What do I call this? Texture IDs. Wait, but it's not. Where is it? Yeah, it is an array. Okay, that's cool. Damn, I had a sneeze coming, but didn't come through. So sad. Yep. What kind of prevented it is I accidentally pressed menu, which opens this instead of function, which allows me to mute my microphone and everything. And fun fact, while I have this right click menu open, I can't mute my microphone. So I had to like click here and then I could mute my microphone, and that took time. And I had to hold the sneeze so I don't fucking sneeze into the microphone and blow everyone's ears out. Yeah. Now we need the material. Put some model. Do we care? Oh, we don't have the material. I mean, kind of. This is gonna be a bit more complicated, but that's fine. That's good. I think at least. Copy this. I really should put this into the function. Okay, you want this here, this here. What was the complaint? Oh, get block mat. Yeah, you want to borrow this. Oh, I have that. Okay. Any errors? Any errors? We still have errors. Let's go. I need the D. Sure. Eight, 7, 4. Oh, okay. Nice. That is horrible, but it should work. And I don't even use that anymore right now, actually. Now everything's black. Is that right? Is that correct? Hmm. I guess it is because don't. I'm not registering these material things. So everything is black. Yep, that's correct. This is the only match for self.materials. Alright, now we need a thing to register materials. So what data do we give? Do these have texture IDs? Array of integers that is of size 7. Okay. Is this how I specify this? Yep. That's also U16. Yeah, it is. Yep. Yep. And then I'm gonna have texture IDs, but I'm gonna have to modify this to be an array, I guess. What does Rust think of this? All materials. True. I want some material. True. Gonna give me a different layer. Oh. Maybe like this. Horror. We can do this. Nice. I can do this, and then I can do. Nice. Then I'm gonna panic anyway. um. Good. And then we go to this side and we actually register these things. But I'm gonna preload the project first so that I see the autocomplete stuff. We register everything here. And we don't need to register textures because there's just a number, and the number, you know, corresponds to UV coordinates. That's good. That's interesting. Oh yeah, block material. Oh, this actually needs to be here. It should just work. It doesn't? That's a rip. Why doesn't it work? The 0 and 1 are registered. That's good. We place blocks from 0 to 2. Do 0 to 1. Still should work. Doesn't work for some reason. There's a silly error somewhere. We're gonna complain about this value being moved before. And yeah. Have to do this before that. Yeah, these seem correct. That is indeed what I wanted to do. And what I want to see. Alright. We have the material collection. Does this fail every single time? For some reason. If it's a material collection, get both the material. It doesn't even fail. What if we do 0 to 2? We should get some failure messages. Yeah, failure to get material ID 2. That makes sense. So the error is nowhere where I thought it would be. That's funny. What? 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 It does get this. It looks at the texture IDs. It gets the face. This is the texture ID. I'm using that. Mesh texture ID atlas size. Mesh texture ID atlas size, yeah. Are these like the wrong way around or something? Let's see. They were. Again, I would have not expected the error to be there. That's interesting. Anyway. I feel like that's more wrong than I think. Icon.svg. Let's go. Let's put it in the top texture of the black block. Yeah, that seems to work. I thought transparency worked because this was like against white, but no, we don't have transparency on these. But nice. Yeah, that just works. And if I do that, there's no runtime stuff happening. It's only on startup. The atlases are generated. Everything works. Wow. Wow. That's actually... Yeah. Every texture is like... Is it 16 by 16 or 8 by 8? Let's see. Do I have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 at the halfway, so it's 16, right? Every texture is 16 by 16, and if you have a different size, you get resized. You are 16 by 16. Thank you. Dude, I'm actually, like, the moment I completed this task, my mind just, I don't know, I realized how much I can do without code now. Like I can define all these blocks, and then I can just have them in, and I can just use them, right? All different textures, different. Yes, yes. Okay. So yeah. So I was just about to get to that. Good question. Next up, well, first of all, there needs to be some sort of block selection, right? Um, like I need to be able to select which blocks place. Right now, we only have one option when we, click on the world. So that's a bit, dumb. So I gotta do like block selection. And what else? Block rotation is still a thing that has to be done. And I'm gonna introduce the stair mesh in. So yeah, it was basically the stairs. Your stairs need to rotate as well. But I think I might want to have block selection before I have stairs, maybe. I don't know. Whoa. Well, type right. BS3. We want to do block selection. Stairs. Is that it? Lights maybe. I do want to do alright. See you later, ICS boy. Have a good one. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to eventually do light stuff. And it is gonna be like very Minecrafty lighting. Where, we're gonna have skylight and block light. To be fair, Godot has lights. I could cheat and just do that. But I also do really like the voxel lighting aesthetic, But I don't know, yeah. I mean, because these are meshes, they're gonna have occluders and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, yeah, lighting isn't like critical, right? Because the first milestone that I'm working towards actually is making a video about the stair stepping stuff, right? I don't have slabs here right now, but like the stair stepping is really good here. Even if I do say so myself. So, it just works. It's accurate. That's all that good stuff. And when you step upstairs, your view doesn't just like, it's not so jittery. I went over this last stream. Let's see, where is smooth? Not textures. Yeah. So this is the normal like smoothing thing where our camera looks at our physics body, right? And every physics tick, it updates like its memory basically of, oh, where is this physics body? And where was it last tick? So that gets updated. And then every frame, it takes the old position while transform and then interpolates it with the current one with F. And F, it's just, how far in the physics frame are we? And that just makes things smooth, right? It was never visible on stream, I don't think. Like, if I move around, the movement was 60 TPS, right? And I have a 144 hertz monitor, so it just looked a bit bad, a bit choppy. Well, not even choppy, it's just not smooth, right? With interpolation, it's super smooth. It's I actually just like moving around here now because it's so smooth. But anyway, that's the normal smoothing that everyone should do, right? And everyone should know about as well. This is a bit more advanced, right? So TLDR of what we do is when the camera goes upwards, too fast, too suddenly, we just decide, oh, okay, we're not gonna go to where the camera should be according to physics immediately. We're gonna take a few ticks, like a few physics ticks to get there, right? And because in Minecraft, stair stepping, the camera smoothing happens, in like 20 TPS, right? Because Minecraft runs at 20 TPS. If you step up a stair, there's 1 divided by 20 seconds of time for the camera to move, right? On a 60 TPS system, there's 1 divided by 60th of a second amount of time for the camera to move, so the camera's going to move a lot faster. So you just want the camera to move slower. This is how you do it. Boom. Or at least this is one way of doing it. And I find that this is a pretty damn good way of doing it. And so the milestone that I was talking about is that I'm gonna have my game. I'm gonna have some different textures in there. Ding ding ding, done. Then I'm gonna have different like I'm gonna be able to place down stairs and normal blocks. That's a to-do, right? When I can place down stairs and rotate them and whatever, then I can make the video about this, right? Because I'm planning to make a video about this, to like show, like, please do this, make your stairs not suck, right? Stair stepping, it can be done well. Like, you can have a ramp, that's fine, but you can also do stair stepping and not have it suck, right? And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna like put this code somewhere, paste bin, GitHub gist, whatever. And I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be a coding tutorial. I guess I could go in depth on how this works. I also am gonna have to remind myself of how this works. So I have the vague idea, but I don't exactly remember what this does, right? Actually, let's see if I do. So here we get the difference to the last Y position, and then we also keep track of the last Y difference, so we have the jerk, right? So that's just normal, like, velocity, acceleration, jerk stuff, right? Really not that complicated. And then simple boolean, just to see if we're going up, right? And this is used later on here. And I could have this here, but it's like, I'd rather have this. And without, so without this, if you went higher up and like landed like this, it would also interpolate the downwards movement, and your landings just feel softened in a weird way, and I don't like that. But that's like, you don't have to do that. You can soften your landings if you want to. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do the visualizations yet. We will see. But yeah, so that's that. And we do also have to keep track of like the actual real Y value. This is just bookkeeping, right? This is actually more bookkeeping. So this gets set to 0. Yeah. So if we're going up too fast, this gets set to 0, and then here I just increment it and clamp it to max if it's there. Don't go over this value. Yeah. So this is a tweakable variable. You just see if, like, tells you how fast. Well, okay, actually, I misspoke earlier. This is not how fast the camera is moving up. This is how fast the camera is accelerating up, right? We don't care about the movement part, right? We could be moving 1,000 miles per hour upwards, and the player doesn't care. It's only when we move 1,000 miles per hour upwards for one tick, that's when it like hits different, Anyway, to have that, and then yeah, we do also check that we're not already oh, actually, this is a bit different than I remembered. So this checks if the smoothing isn't on the, like, isn't here, basically. Why do we do that? I would have thought that this is more like this. So we check that. Actually, no. That it would be like this. That we have finished the last smoothing. But I guess we can reset the smoothing midway through. Oh, actually, I remember. Yeah, okay. So you want to be able to reset the smoothing midway through. But the problem here is if you only check against 0, right? So let's go through what happens. We go up too fast, we start smoothing, and here we do +1 to the smooth counter, and then the next, well, okay, so the next tick, we have stopped going up fast. So the Y jerk is again gonna be like high. I guess this could mitigate that. But anyway, it's just very easy to have this trigger twice in a row every time you trigger the smoothing, right? So doing this just ensures that you don't do it on, like, you don't trigger the smoothing and then the very next tick you trigger it again. You have to go like one more tick and then you can do it again. But yeah, this is reset. Alt Y is this. Yep. Yep. And the alt transform comes from here. So this is the real value of the last Y. Yep. And this also means that if you are already interpolating upwards and you go up again, then the... Actually, I would have to test how this works exactly. This sits here. There's potential for snapping, I guess. Well, that's fine. It's like you have to have a high interpolation time, and then you have to trigger the snap again. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, and here, if we're in the process of smoothing, then we just smooth. Wow. Just figure out the Y position. XD. It just works. I need some water again. God damn. And I think I experimented with having this be moved toward. So, not linear interpolation. But, this works a bit better. Galaxy. Okay. Neat emote. I hate Twitch chat sometimes. I try to hover over. Like, I have the thing where chat pauses when I hover over with the mouse. I'm a moderator on at least one channel, and if I don't have this, deleting messages and timing out people is such a pain, because it doesn't, because the chat could scroll at any moment. But now, if I want to like click on the emote you post, then it gets in the way, like the notification. Oh, chat is paused. XD, fuck you. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it is a pretty, like, busy channel. Albino Vivo. Right. Yeah, block selection, stairs, lights maybe. Yeah, I also need to write in parentheses rotation into there. Yep. But yeah, I think that's everything for the stream. Yeah, I'm pretty inactive on the stream moderation side of things. I'm also just go through the shitposting channel and remove any haram material. I'm thinking, do I really want to do anything here anymore? No, I don't want to. So that's it. That's gonna be it for this stream. I'm going to check if we have any people to raid. Is anyone online? No deaf people? God damn. Go to dumb. Can I? Yes, I want the category. English. Do we have any Godot people? Oh well, there's only already one person. Actually, let me do this thing where we do this. I think we go here, maybe. Alright, seems good. Oi. Yep. Yeah, good stream, good time was had, good progress. I am going to... Well, I'm gonna make the commit off stream because I already began the raid. Lol. But yeah. See you later. Yep. Dude, can I please click this button?